the first thing that I'm going to talk about is something that can be done to a lot of different vegetables that are kind of unfamiliar, okay? And it's one of the things that I usually recommend to people if they're just at their wit's end, and that is to pickle, okay? So you can do a quick pickle or a long-term pickle. A quick pickle is going to be done in the refrigerator. This is not going to be a shelf-stable pickle. So if any of you have memories of your mom or your grandmom with a big pot of water and like the tongs and dipping in there, you know, this is not that pickle. This is something that you can do very quickly and store in your refrigerator for about up to 3 weeks or so, okay? And what I've got in the pot here is a mixture of vinegar and water, and you can see that you've got that recipe card in front of you there. You can use any vinegar that you like as long as it's at least 5% acidity. So that's generally going to be your white vinegar and your apple cider vinegar. I wouldn't recommend balsamic for this kind of preparation. One, it's usually kind of expensive, and two, it's not quite the flavor that you're looking for. So you want to bring that up to a boil with some salt and some sugar. All right, the sugar is optional, but it does give it a little bit of a nice flavor. And then pick a jar. I usually use a pint jar, okay? And if you have a wide mouth jar, so much the better. It's just a little bit easier to get things in there. Then you can use a mixture of spices, and I've got some recommendations on the card in front of you. What I've got in here today are peppercorns, yellow mustard seeds, allspice berries, and a little bit of star anise, just because I really like star anise. It's pretty, and it tastes like licorice. Not everyone likes licorice, so I did not put that in the demo jar for you guys today. And whenever, you can use really whatever spices that you like. Some people will use a cinnamon stick, but you want to make sure that they're whole spices. The ground spices won't hurt you at all. They'll still taste good, but they'll cloud up the liquid a little bit, so it just may not be as visually appealing, okay? And then once you've got your whole spices in the jar, go on and cram as many of these guys as you can into the jar. And you'll see that I've cut them up kind of into jar-like lengths. The good thing about Scapes is that they naturally curve. So they will fit in your jar kind of easily, and they'll look cool while doing it. You can include the, this mic. You can include the flower stem in there as well. That part is very edible. And then you just sort of wait for that to come to a boil. Since it's just a small amount of water and vinegar put together, it won't take very long to do that at all. So it's just about up to a boil now. Have you guys pickled things before? Some of you, yes. Some of you, no. What sorts of things have you done? Cucumbers, refrigerator cucumbers, yep. That's especially, you know, because cucumbers tend to come on quite fast, right? So that's a good way to use them up and to keep them sort of nice and crunchy. I was talking to one of you about turnips earlier. If you guys get turnips in your basket, that's a great way to use them up as well. You can create a quick pickle with those. Beets or okra or jalapeno peppers are also good things to pickle as well. All right, this is coming to a boil, so I'm going to turn it off. So I've used white vinegar in this preparation, and the one I'm going to serve you guys today, I used cider vinegar. And I'm going to go on and put the lid on this and let it cool before I put it in the refrigerator. But I'll keep this in the refrigerator. Usually you'll get good flavor development in a couple hours, but it's going to be best after a week or so. And like I said, it'll keep for about 3 weeks in the fridge. And I do have some here that I'll pass out a little bit later so you guys can try what they taste like. All right, so that is a really quick and easy way to use up a good handful of Scapes.